Welcome, Leo. Welcome to your November 2021 reading. I'm Dee, and this is Intuitive Life Advice. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, whatever you can do to help me grow. The quicker I grow, the more people I can help. I'm going to pull a couple more cards here for you. I've got most of your cards out already on the table. Saves you some time. Here we go. Looks like you've been through something here, honey. You had to make a decision that was a little tough on you. It was a hard decision. You had to break up with someone, part ways, put space in between you. You weren't using your intuition. This is clearly showing me that. So when you finally found out whatever this was that caused you to make this tough decision and part ways, and you may just be putting some space in between you. We'll see where this goes. You're sad. Made you sad. Interesting cards. The overall energy, Leo, is you've got fortitude in reverse here. This card came out in reverse for the bottom of your, at the bottom of the deck for your overall energy. So it's like you just couldn't do it anymore. You couldn't take it anymore. You couldn't hang in there any longer. It was just too much for you to handle. Just whatever this was, it was something that was really difficult for you. And this decision that you had to make, this choice that ultimately ended up in being a breakup or a putting space in between you all, it wasn't an easy decision to make. It wasn't an easy decision at all. I feel like you had choices. You know, you could stay in there and put up with something a while longer. You could hang in there and see if maybe it just wouldn't happen again, that type of thing. But you had to make a decision, and ultimately it ended up where you two parted. Now, as I said, this could be a temporary separation where you're putting space in between you so that you can, you know, gather your thoughts and figure out exactly how you feel about this, as well as what you want to do about it. And as I said, on the other hand, it could be you just completely cut this person off. No turning back type situation. And you weren't listening to your intuition. This is strong here. And I feel like that's kind of haunting you a little bit because you knew there were red flags. You just weren't paying attention to those. And you just can't do it anymore. You don't have the wherewithal to stick it out any longer here. This is just really feels bad. The whole thing, it just feels bad. And when you come around the corner, when you turn the corner from this bad feeling energy, this sadness, this despair, rejection, whatever it is that you're feeling from this situation, you're gonna start living again. It's gonna be a little slow. You're gonna remember where this person misled you. You're gonna remember that for a while. You know, you're gonna always remember that, but for a little while, it's gonna be at the forefront. You're gonna always kind of go back to this situation and remember what you went through and what you missed, you know, and the red flags that you saw, you just chose to ignore. And that's going to haunt you a little bit, but I'd like for you to remember who you are. Be true to yourself. The cards are telling you that. Be true to you. Learn to live again. Get back out there and get back into the swing of things, the flow of things, the flow of life. Whatever it was that you enjoyed doing before all of this bad feelings started making you, like it brought you down. It just brought your energy so far down that you didn't want to do anything. Get back into the things that you enjoyed before all this happened. This card's bothering me a little bit. I got this card as the doubt. It's like you're going to, and this is in your what's coming up area here. This is telling me that you're going to be doubting people when they try to be genuine with you because of this situation you were in back here where you were being, you weren't being treated properly, and so you're feeling like, is anyone ever going to be honest and faithful and treat me properly? And the answer to that, you know, is yes, because there are good people. Very good people in this world. You're just, this was a lesson. I know that you don't like hearing this, Leo, but whatever this was a lesson. You can't second guess yourself. Your gut, your intuition, you can't second guess that. You have to go with it each time because your intuition never fails you. And I think that's your lesson here, because it looks like one of your cards here, when you come around the corner and come out of that feeling of sadness and despair, and just it's not overwhelming, fortunately, but it's sad, and it's not, you know, it's not your usual it's just not you at all. You just kind of feel like the wind got knocked out of your sails, and for good reason here, you know? You have to call it quits because of something someone did on purpose. It'll knock the wind out of your sails. There's a siren outside my window here, somewhere in the distance. It's a fire truck. Leo, you're a fire sign. Find your fire. You want to find your fire again. Yeah. You feel rejected, even though you were the one that had to call this off. You feel rejected because of what they did. This card says, perhaps we should see rejection in a different light. It is better to be disappointed by learning that what we want at the moment does not want us in return than to receive it without knowing it was never truly mutually desired. Unreciprocated love is love that is not meant for us. Although this type of rejection can leave us feeling the pain of heartbreak, we must always remember that what is meant for us will always choose to stay. So don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt someone new that comes into your life in the future. You know, treat them like it's the first person that you've ever allowed into your life, you know? You can't judge them by what the past did to you. And I feel like you know that. So because I feel like this card, it just keeps telling me that don't doubt yourself. I don't feel like you're going to hold anything against anyone new. You're way more evolved. You're not even going to the deep, dark pits of hell over here over this situation. You're so evolved that you're sad. You're mourning the loss of this, but in a healthy way. It's not devouring you. And I just feel disappointment. I feel really disappointed. And I feel like that's what your emotional state is. Just so disappointed that this person this person was not who you saw them to be, who you thought they were. Just very disappointed. I don't feel like it's going to hold you down. Now, you've got your soul truth card is name all the things you love, Leo. Name all the things you love, and that goes perfectly with this doubt card because you're being asked to not doubt yourself. Name all the things you love, Leo, and are you one of those things? You have to love yourself, and you do. But I feel like sometimes when things happen, you tend to forget that you deserve tender, loving care. I feel like you kind of start judging yourself, and that's the message here for you today. You just couldn't take this any longer. You went through it. You're going through the tail end of it. You're getting ready to turn a corner, and you're going to start living again, and you're going to remember who you are, and sometimes you're going to look back and remember pretty in deep I'm going to be careful how I say this. I'm sorry. Give me a moment. You're going to look back at some point, maybe more than once or twice, at length. And you're going to be connecting the dots where this person misled you into believing that they were someone they weren't. They misled you well enough that someone like you who is fully evolved here, you're so evolved, so enlightened. You're gonna look at everything that happened so that you can identify where it went wrong, what you missed and where it was that you missed it. And remember, you dodged a bullet, however you want to put it. You dodged a bullet. You were done a favor. This person showed you who they were. And when people show you who they are, I mean, there's nothing to do here but say, okay, am I willing to accept that or not? Do I want to spend my life with someone like this or don't I? You know, it's a choice. That was your choice here. You made this choice. You made that decision that no, you're not going to take it anymore because the Fortitude card being in reverse here. You decided you're not going to do this anymore. You don't have the wherewithal to do it any longer. And so you ended it. That's your message. Don't doubt yourself. Don't forget to love yourself, because you've got to be one of the things that you love. You got to love yourself enough to walk away from a situation like this, and you did it. So if this was a temporary thing where you're walking away just so you can think and decide, you know, how you feel about this, what you think about it, what do you want to do, that type of thing, you're being shown here that you will make a decision. It's going to be to love you first and walk away for good. Okay, Leo, I hate that you're feeling the way you are going through this right now, but it'll get better. You've got a beautiful life ahead of you. I can see it here. This is just you coming out of this bad energy over here. You're coming out of it here. You're going to start living your life again. You're going to reminisce about this situation a couple times pretty deeply, in depth, at length. And then you're going to let it go. Because you're going to love yourself enough to not go back to that. And you're going to remember in all this that if it's not meant for us, it's not meant for us. If someone doesn't treat us properly, they're not meant for us. Thank you for joining me, Leo. I'll be back with another reading. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment. Excuse me. The comments help others, lets me know I've reached you, and it helps others in their healing process. Take care, and I'll be back again with another reading shortly.